Hello, welcome to the second article of our unit Free and Forced Vibrations. And as the slide displays, today we will deal with damped vibrations. We have already studied undamped vibrations, and we've seen that in case of undamped vibrations, the resistance of the medium, for example, frictional forces, etc., is absent, and hence the pendulum oscillates continually with the same period. But in actual practice, the frictional forces or friction to the pendulum, frictional forces exist on the pendulum due to particles present in the medium or due to properties of the medium. And considering the existence of frictional forces, we observe that the vibrations of the pendulum are affected and the energy is dissipated in the medium with each vibration. Since the energy is lost in each vibration, amplitude of the vibrations of the pendulum decreases continually with time, and finally the oscillations die out. Such type of vibrations in which the amplitude of vibrations decreases continuously due to existence of frictional forces such that finally the oscillations die out are called as free damped vibrations. The dissipated energy during each vibration that appears in the form of heat. This dissipative force, that is the force due to friction, is proportional to velocity of the particle. If dy by dt is velocity, then we find that the dissipative force is equal to some constant mu into dy by dt. Thus, initially we know very well that differential equation of free undamped vibrations, and that we have already studied in the previous article, derived in the previous article, and that is m into d2y by dt square plus ky equal to 0. Now by adding a dissipative force term to this equation, we obtain the expression or equation for the free damped vibrations as we have studied in this case. Simply we have to add the dissipative force term, that is mu into dy by dt, to the differential equation of undamped vibrations, and hence we have the equation m into d2y by dt square plus ky plus mu into dy by dt equal to 0 as it is shown by in equation 1. Now let us rearrange this equation 1 by making coefficient of d2y by dt square as 1. So we obtain the equation 2. This we have done because it is now similar to the general differential equation given by equation 3, that is d2y by dt square plus 2b into dy by dt plus k square y equal to 0. Now if we compare equation 2 and equation 3, we find that the mu by m is equal to 2b and k by m is equal to k square. The general differential equation as shown in equation 3, that is d2y by dt square plus 2b into dy by dt plus k square y equal to 0, has a standard solution that is given by y equal to a into e raised to minus bt sine omega t minus alpha, and this is expression or equation of damped harmonic motion. In order to solve this equation in terms of the quantities in the present case, we have to put y equal to exponential of alpha t, that is e to the power alpha t, so that dy by dt equal to alpha into e raised to alpha t, that is differentiation of e raised to alpha t. And again we have to differentiate dy by dt with respect to t, so this is d2y by dt square, and this is equal to alpha square into e raised to alpha t. Now putting the values of y dy by dt, d2y by dt square in equation 3, that is equation d2y by dt square plus 2b into dy by dt plus k square y equal to 0. By putting the values, we obtain the equation, so this term, that is equal to 0, and if we take e raised to alpha t common, it will be simply in the bracket, that is alpha square plus 2b plus k square, and in this way we obtain alpha square plus 2b plus k square as equal to 0 is the equation which is the quadratic equation. And the solution of this quadratic equation, the equation has two solutions, quadratic equation has two solutions, and that is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus k square. Now since the solution alpha has two different values, that means there are two particular solutions to the equation 3. And what is the most general equation? That will be the suitable combination of both values of alpha. Okay, and in this way we have to put for first term as plus b and for second term as minus b. So e raised to alpha t, that means first as a into e raised to alpha with here plus sign, so this term into t, plus b into e raised to alpha with here negative sign, so this bracket into t. So this is the general solution of equation 3, that is equation 5, where we have value of b as equal to mu by 2m and value of k square equal to k by m. And what is omega? Omega is square root of k square minus b square if we find the equation 3, situation in equation 3. And if we put the values of k square and b square, it will be under root k by m minus mu square upon 4 square. So this root is the angular frequency omega. And what is frequency in terms of angular frequency? That is omega by 2 pi. So n equal to omega by 2 pi, and by putting the value of omega, we have 1 upon 2 pi under root k square minus b square as the frequency, that is frequency of the oscillations. With this we conclude the expression lecture dedicated to free damped oscillations. Thank you very much.